That's why. You're, like, just drying everything up. It's that histamine reaction, which is so funny.
Hoy.
Um, but I mean, yes, right. Again, I always so one of my big things about mental health in general and working with, like, your own diagnoses, working in this field is, like, you gotta embrace the gray.
Mhm.
Not very rarely will you ever see, like, a black and white, right? Uh, a black and white, you can only sleep 8 hours. You can only do this and it's healthy. You can only do this. And that's where I'm like, I feel like that's so important too for people to realize is that, like, there is no normal. One of
Mhm.
my things that I wanted to bring up with you, whether it's a whole episode or just a question or whatever, is like personality, right? What is
Mhm.
normal personality as opposed to a not normal personality? And like how do we determine that? Who determines that? And what does that criteria look like?
Mhm.
Because I think it's just so fascinating that like, I think about the history of mental illness even and hysteria or women. Like
Mhm.
there's so many of these things where it's like it's so hard to figure out what normal is that then figuring out what abnormal is just seems arbitrary. It seems kind of random.
Yeah.
And so
You
I
know what my
think
mom
like
tells me? My
what?
mom tells me that normal is a setting on the dryer.